So before we get into the video on the steering wheel, I'm going to show you guys what happened with the transmission. There's not really too much to see here, but this is my entire transmission inside of a box, pretty much. Here is the bell housing right here. Now, supposedly, inside of this case, there was a crack on the case itself, and on the gear set, which is here. It's kind of dark down here. There's not much to see, but what I was told from my machine shop was that third gear was, what happened was the car was stuck in third gear. It wouldn't pull out. It was grinding while it was in gear, and that was the symptoms that I had. The car was undrivable. It would just grind. So pretty much took it to the machine shop. They said the case was split and third gear was welded to itself and it would not come apart. So luckily I had a spare transmission. They made one good transmission out of the two transmissions and put my Quaife limited slip in the other transmission. So we're back rolling. Car's been good. I've driven it like 3 times because it's been 15 degrees here every day. And so far it's holding up pretty good. So now that we got the problem situated with the transmission, now we can get back into doing some mods. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for sticking around and watching my progress. What's up, my friends? We are back with another update for the Neon. We have a brand new Sparco steering wheel with NRG quick release set up for it. So we're going to save a little bit of weight. We're going to have a little bit of a better feel. And we're going to have some more room getting in and out of the car, because those SRT seats are pretty tight. So let's get out there and get the other wheel removed. Alright, so here we have the first gen Neon with the SRT4 swapped onto it. So it has a complete steering column from an SRT4. So we're going to get the steering wheel pulled and see what we have underneath, because honestly this is the first time I'm doing this on a Neon. So let's get it apart. So here on the side of the steering column we have two 10mm bolts that are pretty easy to get to, and that looks like that's all we're going to need to do to get the airbag out. So I already got my ratchet in here. We're going to start taking this off and we should be able to get this out no problem at all. Alright, so it literally was as easy as taking out those two 10mm bolts. Airbags out. Nice and easy. Now we'll just take out this centering nut and the wheel should pull right off. So on this style steering wheel, it looks like the splines can only go in one way if you look at it, but I also did put a scribe down here. Right at the bottom, you can see where it's shiny. I scratched the line into it to line it up just in case. But there is a notch on the top and bottom, so the new wheel can only go on one way. Well, you can have it 180 degrees off, but that's kind of obvious, so you really can't mess up this install. So I just beat it up like a little red-headed stepchild and it fell right off. So now I'm pretty sure I have to remove this clock spring assembly, and then the hub fits into this recess. So next step is pop out this clock spring. Once again, nice and simple. Clock spring is off. There's one little clip here on the top that holds it, and another little clip there on the bottom that holds it, so you just pry away and this thing will pop right off. Now if you see these two little plastic pieces here, that's your canceling for your turn signal, and it taps this little piece here that you can see. It's a little dark. So that's what turns off the turn signals. Now the way this new hub sits, it sits flat on this aluminum, and you manually have to turn the turn signals off when you turn them on. That's the downside of this. But when you're about that race car life, and you live your life 10 seconds at a time, you don't give a funk. Know what I'm saying? So we'll put the hub on now and get the wheel on. Okay, so there's the hub and adapter installed on the steering column. Pretty straightforward. One bolt on the back side of the actual hub, and there's Connor Yelling for me. Hey guys! And there's the adapter here. So that's pretty straightforward. And then let's throw on the wheel and see what that looks like. And there's a shot with the steering wheel on there now. So the main reason for this is a little bit of weight savings and these high bolsters on these seats. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm 5'5" on a good day, and I weigh 155, so it's a little tight getting in and out of the car. So that's just going to make things easier, especially if I end up putting a cage in the car. Most likely I'm getting kicked off the track this year for being too fast. So a cage is in the near future for this car, but gives it a little pizzazz, takes off some weight, and helps me get in and out easier. So that's about it, guys. One step closer.
Hey!
You like Daddy's new steering wheel?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, drive it.
Okay. Happy?
No, it's not hooked up yet. Daddy's got one more wire on the bottom he has to solder.
Oh.
Don't touch the gauges.
Oh, wow.
Don't touch that.
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah.
Say bye.
Bye.
You gonna shift it?
Huh?
You gonna shift the gears?
Huh? I don't have.
Wom.
I don't have the sickle.
Shift it, shift it.
Oh.
Next gear, shift it. Down there. Down there. Where?
Oh.
Say bye.